everybody. My name is Caleb.
And my name is Rose. And we are so happy to share a message with you guys today.
Let's start off with a prayer. Dear God, please calm our nerves. Please help us to learn from the stories we have to share today. Amen. So, do you guys know what backpacking is? Okay. So Tristan, it's basically when you go hiking. No, it's basically when you go camping, but you hike to the camping spot. So, this story starts when my family decided to go backpacking in the toddler area with some of our friends. When we got there, we got our stuff and started to hike. I brought a very important pocket knife with me just in case anybody needed it. And it was special to me because my grandpa had got it in Mammoth Cave in Tennessee. Anyways, when we were there, we saw this river we wanted to visit. It was pretty small, but it was still deep enough to swim in. When we arrived at this river, we set up camp and ate lunch and did a bunch of other activities. And, we found a few streams and waterfalls when we did this little hike, and then my mom told us that we were packing to go to our other camp. We got all our things, and we started to leave. On the way back, I jumped over a small stream that led into this river, and I dropped my knife. It was right over a small waterfall, so it could have gone anywhere because of the currents. My dad, brother, and one of my best friends stayed back to help me look for the knife for about 15 minutes, but it felt like an hour until we had to go. I prayed a lot, but then I started to feel resentment because I didn't think God would answer me. Then at the last minute, my brother decided to throw a small rock into the river, and he told me to check there. I honestly had no faith it would be there, but to my amazement, it was. God showed up for me when I lost the knife, prayed, and was honest with him. It might take a while for him to answer your prayers, but he will always have a plan in store for you. I brought my troubles to him, and he helped me get through them, and this experience taught me that it doesn't matter how big or small your problems are, God cares about the things you care about too. I believe that the same way he showed up for me, he will show up for you and help you finish struggles you face.
My story happened when I was about 1 or 2 years old. Me and my family went to the mall around Easter time when the Easter bunny is in the center of the mall. My oldest sister, who was like 4 years old, wanted to go and see the Easter bunny while we were getting to the food court. My mom said she could see it later, but she couldn't wait, so she went by herself to the Easter bunny without telling anyone. About 2 minutes passed, and my mom realized she wasn't there. And my mom was really worried. I don't know about you, but if this was me and I couldn't find my little cousin or something, I would start running around trying to find him anywhere. Thinking to myself, where was the last place I saw him? It was a Sunday and the mall was packed with people. We looked and looked and looked, but couldn't find her, and my mom was in tears. Then she turned around and saw my brother on his knees praying. My mom says in her mind, why didn't she think of that? My mom stood there in shock as he continued to pray. As soon as he was done praying, my little sister walked up out of nowhere with a big smile on her face, talking about how amazing Easter bunny was. And we were all so relieved. My story is telling us that he's over there no matter what the problem is, and he will answer you whether it's right at that moment or now and then. He will answer you. You should never be afraid to pray and ask him, and instead always bring your troubles to him, and he will fix you. Fix and help you.
Both of these stories remind me of the story of Elijah in the Bible. A group of prophets were cutting down trees near the Jordan River when one man's borrowed axe head flew off and sank into the water. He cried out in distress because it wasn't even his, it was borrowed. To everyone else, it might have seemed like just a piece of metal at the bottom of the river, but to him it was important, and because it mattered to God.
Elisha cut a stick, threw it into the water where the axe had fallen, and miraculously, the iron floated to the surface. What was lost was found. What seemed impossible was made possible. Help was on the way.
Now think about my story. A small pocket knife, yet not small at all because it was special. It carried meaning, memories, and love from my grandpa. When it fell into the rushing water, it probably felt just as impossible as an iron axe head sinking into a river. He prayed. He struggled with doubt. But at the last moment, God provided direction, and what was lost was found.
My story, what could feel more terrifying than losing a child in a crowded mall? panic, fear, tears that seemed overwhelming. But in the middle of chaos, someone stopped and prayed, and just like last story, God stepped into the moment. What was lost was returned.
Here's a connection. In all these stories, something valuable was lost. In all these stories, there was a moment of helplessness. In all these stories, someone cried out. And in all these stories, God responded. The slogan Access shows us that God cares about everyday problems, not just huge, world-changing events. A borrowed tool, a pocket knife, a missing child. None of these problems are too small or too big for him.
Sometimes we think God only cares about the big spiritual things, but the story of Elisha reminds us that if it matters to you, it matters to God. Whether it's something sinking in a river, something slipping from your hand, or someone missing from your sight, He sees it. When we feel helpless, we don't have to handle it alone. When something feels lost, hope is not. When we pray, help on the way.
The same God worked through Elisha is still working today. And just like in these stories, He shows up. Sometimes at the last minute, sometimes in unexpected ways, but always on the right time.
Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, please help everyone here to take what they learn from this lesson and practice it throughout their life. Please help them know that you will be there for them at any time, Lord. Let us have a good rest of our day. I ask all these things in the wonderful name. Amen.